How can you tell good cat food from bad cat food in just a few seconds? Stop looking at the brand, the ads, or the pictures on the package. Instead, take a look at the back of the package. The best way to understand what type of food is best for your cat is to check the label. You can do this right now with the food your cat is eating and see if it's actually good or if it needs to be tossed in the trash ASAP. Before we dive in, why not subscribe and join our community of cat lovers? For more tips on caring for your cat, let's start with the first ingredient. The first ingredient on the label usually makes up the bulk of the content. Cats are obligate carnivores, which means their diet should be almost entirely meat. Domestic cats might nibble on some grass occasionally to get nutrients from the undigested plant matter in their prey's stomachs. However, most cheap cat foods try to convince you that your cat can survive as an herbivore and live on corn. The first ingredient in your cat's food should always be some type of protein, preferably meat or fish. Corn and other carbohydrates sometimes make the list because they're cheaper than meat and are used to bulk up the food. While they may be inexpensive, you'll end up tossing the whole box. Check the analytical constituents. Yes, this video may suddenly get a bit technical, but analytical constituents refer to the text that explains the percentages of protein, salt, etc. on the back of the package. This is a legal requirement to ensure you know what you're buying. Here are a few tips to pay attention to. As previously mentioned, protein should be a high constituent. However, you'll also want to check the phosphorus level. This chemical is responsible for bone and tooth growth, energy storage, and muscle development. Without phosphorus, your cat can become weak and lethargic and may even develop bone disorders. However, too much of anything can be harmful. Phosphorus levels should never exceed the calcium levels, as calcium is also vital for your cat's bones and teeth. An imbalance of these two minerals can lead to kidney failure. For adult cats, the phosphorus content should be 1% or lower, while the calcium content should not exceed 1.2%. For growing kittens, the calcium content can rise to 1.5%, but the phosphorus level should remain unchanged. Check for taurine. Taurine is an incredibly important ingredient in your cat's diet. It is responsible for vision, heart health, and the immune system. In the wild, your cat would get its taurine from a natural meat diet. However, the process of converting meat into cat food can inadvertently destroy much of the taurine. Therefore, good cat foods should have added taurine. If it's not present, that means the food isn't providing adequate nutrition for your cat. Leave out the sugar. We all love a sugary snack every now and then, but it's not healthy for our cats at all. Cats aren't designed to eat high amounts of sugar, and they can't even taste sweet. If your cat's food contains added sugar, you should start looking for another brand. There's no place for sugar in your cat's diet, and it won't even be tasty for them. It will only make your cat overweight and lead to health issues, so throw it out. Don't be swayed by premium products. Premium cat food may seem like a good idea, and it might be a bit pricier, but doesn't your cat deserve the best? Yes, you definitely shouldn't skimp on your cat's diet. However, premium food may not always be the best choice. Premium often just means more expensive when it comes to cat food. Many premium cat foods use the same basic ingredients as cheaper versions. Check the weight. You know how it feels when you open a bag of chips and find that half the bag is chips while the other half is air? Manufacturers do this because you're more likely to buy a bigger bag, but they don't want to fill it completely. That's why you should always check the weight when buying packaged food, and that applies to cat food too. If you're stuck between two brands and don't know which is better, you can calculate how much you're paying per ounce or gram by dividing the price by the weight. This will help you understand better what you're getting for your money. Consult with your cat. Unfortunately for cat owners, cats can be quite picky when it comes to food. So, is your cat a foodie or a creature of habit? Foodie cats love to have an adventurous diet. They want to experiment with different flavors and textures, and they may become finicky if they get the same thing several days in a row. You should try rotating their food to give them the variety they crave. Make sure the food is actually for cats. This probably seems obvious, but it's important to check. Cats have very specific nutritional needs, so they require cat foods that are specially formulated for them. You also want to ensure that the food is appropriate for your cat's age group. Cat food is usually marketed towards specific age ranges. Kitten food may look similar to adult cat food, but don't buy it for your grown cat, even if it's the last box on the shelf. Kitten food contains a lot of extra calories to keep energetic kittens going. As cats grow up, no matter how often they run around, they tend to be less active, so the excess of kitten food can lead to serious health issues for them. Do cats actually apologize to humans? In this video, we'll explore how cats say sorry to their owners. If you liked this video, you're going to love this one too. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like.